Hello, guys. Those of you who weren't here for my last video, we were listening to, they were listening to me read tweets from the courtroom. I just now got home and read a tweet that Jamie Leary put out 1 minute ago that says the judge says he does find probable cause for first-degree murder and tampering with a body in the Barry Morphew case. Hey, Shar. Looks like we're going to trial. We're well, we're all going together, but I had to come back on when I saw that. It was just so exciting. So let me see if I can read these to you. Okay. The judge said he can find probable cause if there is not a body found like this. There is a reasonable belief if the defendant may have committed the crime. Judge Patrick Murphy says he does see probable cause for first-degree murder and tampering with a deceased human body. I had to come back on and read this to y'all. I can't believe it. I was really thinking that, I don't know, and he still could get out on bond. So I think we're just waiting to see. Okay. So Ashley Franco says, the judge says there are 3 things that go against the defense argument. He says, 1, this is a probable cause hearing. 2, a body is not required for homicide charges. 3, a body is not needed as long as there is other evidence to prove something happened. Then she said, he says there has to be a reasonable belief that the defendant may have committed this crime. Judge says he draws all reasonable inference in favor of prosecution. Let me see if any others have new tweets. I knew Linda Stanley had this in the bag. I love her. Watching her on Profiling Evil, oh my gosh. She's feisty and I really like her. She reminds me of like Mary Tyler Moore or I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Lauren Sharf, let's see if she has anything new. I think I'm going to stay here with you guys to see if he gets a bell, but give me just 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Very exciting, you guys. Okay, 33 seconds ago, Lauren Sharf says, the judge said finding out that Suzanne Morphew was having an affair gives him motive. Feeling of hurt, anger, jealousy, and desperation. It could lead someone who is typically normal to act differently, like harm someone who has harmed him. Oh my goodness. It can be so exhausting. I know you guys know. Following these cases sometimes, it's just, one, it's heartbreaking. And, some of them you wonder if there will ever be justice or these people will ever be found. And it can just really suck the life out of you. So when we get little wins like this, I think it should be, we should be happy and they still haven't found Suzanne yet. There still may be justice for her, which is really awesome. Thanks for coming back on. Had to switch to some Catherine. Funny. Okay, let's see. Ashley Franco says the judge believes there is probable cause Barry Morphew may have committed murder and tampering with the deceased human body. He says there are two motivations, an affair and that she wanted a divorce. The judge says it is unlikely Suzanne Morphew went on a bike ride the morning of May 10th. He says several of her items were not with her and some of her items were in the fire, and it's likely she would have taken those with her if she left. Well, good, Catherine. I'm glad. At least you like being here, at least a little bit. Y'all are funny. I don't even know. I wasn't listening to anybody. I was just like checking like a crazy person on my own. I told you guys that's what I would do, whether I was live or not. Hey, Archimedes girl. So exciting, you guys. And I would say they're going to release the arrest affidavit today. You would think. I mean, I don't know. Do you guys think it's going to get released? If it is, I can't wait to go through it. I'm actually been going through the Letitia Stalk one. Like, I listened to someone else go through it, a while back, but doing it myself, it's crazy. Like, I never realized there was a ransom. Like, someone had was trying to get money when Gannon was missing and stuff. There's a lot of stuff that we miss, even when we follow super closely. Okay. Ashley Franco, 38 seconds ago, says the judge says Suzanne Morphew used her phone frequently and her non-use of the phone shows when she may have died. Oh, can you imagine? I'm sure his daughters are having an extremely rough time right now. I feel super bad for them. Profiling Evil tweeted 16 seconds ago, Barry Morphew is bound over for trial in murder of wife Suzanne. Next, will the judge keep him in jail? Free Barry Morphew. That is so funny. I have a lot to catch up on today. I have missed much on Gabby. I probably missed a lot too because I haven't been checking for the last little bit. And, if you're gone for even a little amount of time, a lot can happen. But law enforcement should always be more than what we know. Yeah, absolutely. And usually it is. That's when, like, we don't know what all they have. And this is for all these cases, right? Summer Wells or Justin Evans. I mean, there are things that they keep from us for good reason. We always have to remember that when we start pointing fingers at people. Why couldn't this have been decided 3 weeks ago? I know, right? Either way, I'm happy. At least there's a chance of it going to trial. Okay, Lauren Sharf, 17 seconds ago, says, judge said the quote, I'm done, unquote text means that she was done with the marriage. And the let's just do this civilly, meaning dissolution of marriage. The text to Jeff Libler said that, quote, these next few days are going to be rough, unquote, shows that Suzanne Morphew wanted out of the marriage. My heart's going like a million miles a minute. I was sitting there taking screenshots. I was going to update on my community page. And then I'm like, I've got to go live over this one. Okay. Ashley Franco, 3 minutes ago, I read that where she says the judge says Suzanne used her phone frequently and the non-use shows when she may have died. Then 39 seconds ago, she says court believes there is significant relevance of Suzanne Morphew's fear of Barry Morphew. Greetings from Scotland. Hello, Janet. Here's the excitement. I am right there with you, Alex.
Mommy, can I have this?
Yeah. Give me just a second. I don't know. That's sad. It's sad if anybody's last moments were in fear, right? Of the person that they loved and trusted. And, you know, same thing with little Gannon. I've thought about that so many times. Like, think about how scared he must have been, and then, like, when we hear that he has these wounds on his hand, defensive wounds and stuff, it's like just heartbreaking. Okay. Ashley Franco, Barry Morphew is looking up at the judge during all of this. Hard to see more of his demeanor with his mask on. Judge says it is relevant about Suzanne Morphew's fear for the prosecution's case. He says it was clear because she possibly thought about a restraining order. Judge says this makes it capable that Barry Morphew could have harmed his wife. I wish he wasn't wearing a mask so they could read his facial expressions. Time to celebrate. Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to see his facial expressions, which we can't see him anyways, but I wonder if they'll give him a bond. I could totally see it, especially because, if they put a bracelet on him and stuff, it'd be hard. He wouldn't be able to get away. Real, he could, but it'd be really hard. But you never know. Okay. Carol McKinley. First, I'll read her tweet from 7 minutes ago. She says Murphy has yet to rule on whether or not Morphew will get out on bail. He is still explaining his probable cause decision. Keep an eye out for the arrest affidavit, which may be released today. Personal note, for some reason my keyboard takes over on probably instead of probable. Judge still outlining the case against Barry, including the fact that she was scared of him and wanted to leave. Her phone went silent and she was on her phone a lot. I know, Janet, that recording, oh, that's like what nightmares are made of. Just her berating him. So sad. Thank you, Shar, for being here and helping out and everything. States do differ. Some states don't have bail for a murder charge. Oh, okay. I wonder if I think I've heard of Colorado doing a bail before on that case that's similar to this, where the woman wasn't found. Wasn't he out on bail? That FOTUS, I didn't follow it closely, but you guys probably know. Okay. Lauren Scharf, 1 minute ago, says the judge is going over the evidence, speaking about the doorframe photos, saying that showed forced entry. Text messages saying Suzanne Morphew didn't feel safe alone with Barry and said he was unstable, showing that Morphew was capable of harming Suzanne. Thank you, Duke. That'd be awesome. Hey, Sandy Beach. I had to come back. I have my niece and Bentley, and I brought them home, and they're situated watching this little scary movie on Netflix. It's like a kids movie, but and then I'm watching Twitter, and I see that he's going to court. The judge does find probable cause, and I got so excited I wanted to come and tell you guys instead of just making a post. If he didn't go, I probably would have just made a post. Screw it, I'm done with this for today. But they had said these days will be rough. We're talking about it being Mother's Day. Yeah, you're right, LG. That was Connecticut. Oh, okay. Thank you, Nancy. See, I knew you guys would know. Thank you for being here, Sandy Beach. Okay. Lauren Sharp, 5 seconds ago. Morning of May 10th. Several activities from Barry Morphew's truck with door opening and closing before 4 a.m. From 3:58 to 4:07 a.m., the truck moved towards the highway where Suzanne Morphew her bike was found. She wrote where Suzanne was found, where her bike was found. The judge is saying this evidence is relevant to the prosecution. If it's first degree, there is no bail, but if it's second degree, oh, interesting. Thank you, Duke. He thought he had the perfect opportunity with the girls being away. It's so sad on Mother's Day, to do that to your babies. Ashley Franco says, the judge says Barry had enough time to get rid of Suzanne's body. He says investigators believe Barry was chasing Suzanne around the house on May 9th, and the judge agrees. The judge is still explaining probable cause in the case and the evidence he believes is relevant to this case. We still need to discuss if the arrest affidavit will be released, as well if there will be bond set. I'm crocheting and listening. What are you making? What are you crocheting? Okay, Ashley Franco. That's who I just read. Lauren Sharp. Nothing new from her. It's funny because some of these court reporters who were there like today at the beginning of the day, they're not tweeting now, so I don't know if they left or what. Well, I have to go. I'll watch the rest of this when I get back. Have fun. Bye, Duke. Have a good evening. Thank you for hanging out with us. Okay. Nothing yet. Hey, Truth Seeker. I read Lauren's tweet and didn't know how to contact you. Marianne Gibson, you can contact. Well, I hadn't put it in the videos from today, but usually I do have my email in there, and also I'm on Facebook Messenger, which is a really easy way to get in touch with me. But it's under Allie, I think. Lauren Sharp, 6 seconds ago, says the judge is talking about the reason why Barry Morphew would be in that area where Suzanne Morphew's bike helmet was found. His reasoning, antlers and seeing a bull elk. Court can confirm that Morphew disposed of the helmet. He had no legitimate reason to be in that area, unquote. That was a quote from the court. Court can confirm that Morphew disposed of the helmet. He had no legitimate reason to be in that area. Oh, thank you, Shar. Hey, Bonnie. While we're waiting, just curious, do you guys like Japanese food? Like when they cook on the grill, like right in front of you? It's developing. Right now it feels like a beach blanket for my granddaughter. Oh, awesome. Ashley Franco says, Judge says Barry Morphew had a consistent pattern of changing his story and leaving information out during interviews with investigators. Yeah, I totally agree, Cheryl. It is really sad that Suzanne hasn't been found. And I hope one day she is. I don't know, though. I do believe it was like someone that Barry worked with who said, he knows how to get rid of someone. And he said that before. Okay, baby. Okay. Ashley Franco says, Judge says Barry Morphew's odd behavior shows he could have been disposing of evidence from the crime while he was in Broomfield. I think he will take whatever he's done to his grave. Me too. People with like with a big ego cannot admit when they're wrong, and Barry really seems to have that ego. Hey, Jen. Hey, Larry. Hey, Kiara. Gannon's case literally breaks my heart. That handsome child, it's indescribable what that witch put him through. I know. Me too. Me too. So we have nothing new yet. You have a nice weekend too, Christine. Sorry, you guys. It's hard to concentrate when I'm just searching, like back and just keep searching for the newest updates on here. But for anybody coming in, Barry Morphew is going to trial. We don't know if he'll get a bond, and we haven't heard about the affidavit yet. We're just kind of sitting around waiting on that. Bonnie, Larry didn't tell me about it, but someone else left a comment under my video, and then I went and did a YouTube search and found their commercial there for the show, which you guys, 48 Hours is doing a show on Bianca on Saturday, Bianca Devins, and they have their little commercial up on their channel. You should definitely go check it out. I think it'll be really good. They have someone on there that was friends with her. So, yeah. Sandy Beach, Japanese presentation. They say more sake, more yummy. I've never had sake. Hey, Be Real. Good night, Janet. Thank you, Kiara. Hey, Dave G. We got that info. Now waiting on affidavit info. Yep. Let me see. Okay, 19 seconds ago. Lauren Sharf. This is a quote from the judge. Why did someone who calls their wife his angel, why would you leave her alone? Why would you drive to Broomfield, where you know you can't work? Why would you sit in a hotel room for 5 hours? Something happened to alter those plans. And that's a wonderful point, because they weren't able. Broomfield has city rules where you can't do this kind of work on the weekend, on Sunday, I believe. And he wasn't able to work that day, and he goes and sleeps in a hotel room for 5 hours or whatever he did in there. It's Mother's Day. What are you doing? Unless you know that she's not there. No, I told you, but I asked you to tell her. Yes, okay. You're the one who told me. I thought you were saying did Larry tell me. I think I might have left a comment though, or no, I shared it. That's what I did. I shared the maybe it's on my community page. I don't know. My brain's not working that good today. Yes, Larry, Bonnie had left a comment under my video earlier about it. Okay, 4 seconds ago, Lauren Sharp says the court believes that it was because something happened to Miss Morphew. The judge said the court is in favor of the people for counts 1 and 2, first-degree murder and tampering with the deceased body. And thank you so much for that, Bonnie, for letting me know, because I had no idea. Let me go check, though, because I think I just shared it on my community page. But yes, I did. So the 48 hours commercial is on my community page. Y'all should definitely go check it out. Okay. Now, I'm sure the judge is going to rule right now on bond and the affidavit. Like, I don't see them going to a break or anything. Ashley Franco, hey Mod Squad. Ashley Franco says, the judge says, why, if you're a devoted husband, would you leave your wife alone on Mother's Day? Judge says Barry Morphew knows that Broomfield City Ordinance shows construction work cannot be done on Sundays. Judge says probable cause is established for first-degree murder charges and tampering with the deceased body. Okay, Judge. Come on now. Uh-oh, I hear the kids in there fussing. Barry is toast. Justice is starting to win. Just too bad we can't be in the courtroom, you know? Oh, Jamie Leary, 27 seconds ago. Judge has decided to grant Barry Morphew bail. Oh my gosh. Hold on for more details. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm pacing the floors like a crazy person. I'm sure y'all are probably doing the same thing. Just looking at our phones like, yep, you guys, he'll be under strict supervision. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think it's that, because, you know, he'll be wearing a bracelet and everything. I don't think that it would be easy for him to get away. He'll be having a lot of eyes on him for sure. But he definitely probably has the means if anybody does. So I need a cigarette. Set to $1 million, likely a monitor. Come on, now nobody's saying anything. I'm sorry. Okay. Still nothing. Jamie Leary is fast with the Twitter updates, because she put that out 2 minutes ago. She's actually the one who put out that I saw that made me go live that he was going to trial. She's really quick. If you guys are watching, follow her for sure. Jamie A. Leary. And he'll be a prisoner in his own home with many wackos looking for him. Marianne, I don't know how much bail is yet. I'm just waiting on somebody to update us. They're kind of slow. Okay, now Ashley Franco, 21 seconds ago. Judge has decided to grant Barrymore Few bail, but no amount yet. Oh my gosh. Crazy. He may unallow himself though. Let's see if Miss Jamie has anything else. Nope. All right, y'all. We got to just take a second and take a deep breath. This stuff can be so exciting, though. Like, it's such an emotional roller coaster. Do not get out any more toys until you pick those up. Hey, Danielle. I didn't expect it either, Larry. I didn't know what to expect. I was thinking because a lot of people were not satisfied with the evidence, so I don't know. I can feel your anxiety, Allie. Okay. Lauren Sharf, 4 seconds ago. Sounds like Judge Patrick Murphy is going to grant Barrymore Few bond, but still no amount. Yeah, a lot of people didn't think there was enough evidence, and then a lot of people thought there was more than enough. It was such a mixed bag, which makes me nervous because, the jury will be mixed like that. Turn my camera on for a second. Can't see me. Well, the lighting is bad. People confuse probable cause with beyond a reasonable doubt. This was a slam dunk for a prelim. I hope he can't afford the bond. Hearing your children in the background is real life. Love the reality. Yep. It's my reality for sure. The girls have no mom. He's their only sense of normalcy. Probably giving him time to say bye to them. Let's see. I'm going to check now. I put the phone down for a second because it's really nerve-wracking, like checking and then you hear nothing. Still, I don't think that we have an amount on the bail, but that's a little disappointing, but glad there will be a trial. It's going to be a high bond. Sitting on the edge of my seat. I can't imagine he had $1 million in cash. Set it at $1 million. Can I eat this now? Hi, yes. Did you get? Yeah. Can you make me a peanut butter jelly sandwich? Yep, I will. Just give me a couple minutes, okay? Oh shoot! Can you open that? Yes. Wow. Oh, you got a different one, didn't you? Yeah. No, it's still strawberry. Yeah. Sorry about that. Okay. Make me a PB&J too, please. Okay, nothing from Lauren. Ashley Franco, her last one is about his bail. Wonder what is happening in that courtroom. And I'm sure he feels super relieved. With some chocolate milk. Carol McKinley says, Barry Morphew has been leaning forward, his brow furrowed, as the judge lays out his reasoning. The court sees three possibilities. Barry killed her, someone else did it, or she left. He mentions unknown DNA on handlebars and on Suzanne's glove box. Neighbors didn't hear her scream. And that's it. I've never tried PB&J. What? That's crazy, Shar. Mod Squad. I'll pass on the Sammy. Shouldn't. Do y'all hear these cats fighting? Cat fight. They make me nervous. Enjoy, Mod Squad. Okay. Ashley Franco says, the judge says there are three scenarios. 1, Barry Morphew could have murdered her. 2, someone else took Suzanne and killed her. 3, Suzanne left on her own. Judge says there is evidence for 1 and possibly 2. He says 3 is highly unlikely. I thought that was sushi. I've never had sushi. I want to try it though, because people seem to love it. My son had been sitting in jail 6 months, no bail and no prior. He's a Marine and struggles with PTSD and sent a threatening text. His prelim is, oh my gosh. Jade Taylor, I don't see any concrete evidence. Barry is guilty, to be honest. Okay, then Lauren Sharp tweeted about the 3 possibilities the judge mentioned. She just listed them off, kind of just like we've heard them. Okay, Carol McKinley, breaking. Barry Morphew's family is crying as the judge says prosecution has not met proof evident presumption great. Bond will be set. What? I am so confused. I guess, I don't know. Let me not guess and just wait and see what we get from the other people. You're so welcome, beach nurse. I haven't tried sushi either. I love seafood too, but prefer it cooked. Maybe I just have a dirty mind, you guys. He thinks they haven't proven he's a risk. Oh, okay. Jamie Leary, 7 seconds ago. Judge says the following scenarios are why he's granting bail. He cannot prove any are true, but they are possible. 1, he murdered her and disposed of the body. 2, she has purposely disappeared, and then in quotations, unlikely. And then 3, someone else killed her. DNA in cars suggest this is at least a possibility. I think sushi is yucky. I'm literally on the edge of this seat. Literally. Said his family is crying. Okay, Carol McKinley. Barry Morphew has turned around to look at his 2 daughters, and they are all crying. We are on a break. His mom is crying too. So there we go. We're on a break. Daggone it. He said by 7 they would be done, which is 25 minutes from now. Or no, by not 7. I'm thinking the wrong way. Time zones. It's 5:30 here, so it's 3:30 there. I think he said by 5 actually, which would be 7 here. So there's still actually a lot of time. Daggone it. This goes to the defense's case of beyond a reasonable doubt. They'll still have their work cut out. Peanut butter and syrup? What? I've never heard of that. Lauren Sharf, the judge does not believe the state proved enough evidence for first-degree murder, so there will be a bond set. We are on a little break now. The family was all in tears, hugging one another. Wait, so which one did he say there wasn't enough for? Let me go back. What is he? I wonder what he'll be going to trial on, what charges. Daggone, I love when Alex. I'm sorry. The hick just jumps out sometimes. Okay. Okay, judge says probable cause is established for first-degree murder charges and tampering with the deceased. But now they're saying he's going on first degree and tampering with the body. Well, her tweet just confused me. I'm glad you're in here to kind of like work through this with us, because she said the judge does not believe the state proved enough evidence for first-degree murder, so there will be a bond set. But there's still enough to go to court for it. Breathe is right, Marianne. I'll probably delete this stream after it's done. They actually picked up those toys. They're really good kids. He's now given his reasoning on the bond, different thresholds. No, don't delete it. I've been in a meeting. Says that the reason that he's granting bail is because of the following scenarios. Hello, Eli family. So because it's a possibility that somebody else could have done it. Oh, thank you, Larry, so much. Thank you. Hey, Amy Lou Who, Lee Free. No, I agree. I just said that. I think that it would be extremely hard for him to get away because he'll probably have a bracelet or whatever. It's just a emotional roller coaster following this stuff. I know y'all feel it too. Alexander, hello. Interesting way that you spell your name. So a lot of people are covering Gabby's case. Are a lot of you guys following that? Isn't it crazy how certain cases get attention? Like, there's so many kids that go missing and adults, and their cases never get attention. And it's just crazy, which ones do. And, Gabby's a beautiful girl. Gabby's a beautiful girl and Summer's just a cute little baby. They're both beautiful, but there's lots of, I don't think it's because of that, because there's, lots of people that are beautiful that go missing and stuff, and their cases never get any attention. Gabby's case has me obsessed. Yes, I agree, Alex. That bothers me. I know. I think we've all kind of been obsessed looking for updates. I don't know. Has anything happened in the second part of today? Can't believe judge is granting bail. I know. The other stream I was listening to was going off the rails. Had to come here where I knew it would be calm. That's funny. Well, I think it's good for his kids. At least they'll have some, some time with him. Your cousin went to high school with him. I was telling Melissa that she should go, and since she's local, go and give us like the perspective from somebody who's local and knows of like where they came from and stuff. I think that'd be really good. The comments like he's lawyer up, so he's guilty just frustrate me. Well, you can comment whatever you want in here, as long as it's respectful, which I know you will be, just because I know you are always. But I like all opinions welcome. We can talk it out. We can disagree and still get along. Melissa said she's going down there this weekend. I was going to drive too, but my cousin said no one is talking. And oh my gosh, that's so cool. You should go with her. That would be really interesting and fun. What's happening? So right now they're on a break. We're just waiting. I got kicked out of my own stream, but right now we're just waiting. They're on a break. The judge said that he does feel that the prosecution showed enough evidence that it will be going to trial, but he also said that they haven't showed enough to keep him without a bond. So we're just waiting to find out what that will be and when the affidavit will be released.
The ideas will come.
Yeah, you're right about that, Larry. Which is so ridiculous. You can be friends without, but everybody has, it's a lot less interesting, Summer Welsh should be an advocate for dysfunctional families that brought so much awareness to sexual assault. Leave MJ alone. I feel the judge gave us several clues to what the arrest affidavit has to say. I wonder if there will be anything on there that they didn't talk about in court. There might be, right? But I don't know. You would think they would give it like everything. I don't know. They're not going to give everything they have, and they've surely got more evidence since they arrested him. So it would only be what they had up until the arrest. Yeah, Shannon. We read through those tweets. We're kind of waiting for confirmation on some of those things, like what the charge will be then. Because let's go back to Jamie Leary, who is a verified court reporter for CBS 4. Let me see. She said, judge says he does find probable cause for first-degree murder and tampering with a body. He's decided to grant bail because of the following scenarios. He cannot prove any are true, but they are possible. He murdered her and disposed of her. She purposely disappeared, or someone else did it. So the wording is just, I don't know, it's confusing. Melissa is beautiful and strong. Yes, she is. Second-degree crime of passion. Okay. Thank you, Larry. That's sweet. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was a stressful time, but Melissa still, going through, oh gosh, what's happened recently. I'm not even going to get into it, but I will say I don't appreciate some of the things that I've heard said about her. And that's as far as I'm going to go right now. These tweets are confusing me. I wish I was there. I know. Me too. I'd say their break is over now. Usually it's just like 10 minutes. Okay, Lauren Sharf 1 minute ago. Judge says the prosecution did not meet the burden of proof evident, presumption great. So the court is obliged to set a bond under Colorado Constitution. State is asking for a $10 million cash only bond. Wow. That's crazy. The state is asking for that. Now, we don't know if that's what they're going to get. That's just what the state is asking, and I doubt he goes that high with it. But we'll see. Really? I bet you, I don't know, 10 million? That's a lot. We are back from a quick break. Prosecution asked for $10 million bond, cash only. That's okay, Turquoise. We appreciate your input and everything. Don't even worry about it. It's hard when it's live like this. You never know what's going to happen. Okay. Ashley Franco says, prosecution says they're concerned about his ties to the community. Say he doesn't have any. Lindsay says the court has... Sorry, guys. Prosecution says they're concerned about his ties to the community. Then it says, say he doesn't have any. Lindsay says the court has determined that Barry Morphew has acted deliberately in killing his wife. They also say they have several people who fear their safety if Barry is released. Prosecution says they ask for protection orders for Suzanne Morphew's family. Also says he is a significant risk to flee. I still think 1 million, but I hope it's cash only. Okay. Lauren Sharf says the state believes Barry Morphew doesn't have ties to the community anymore in Colorado. Fears for witnesses' safety. Also believe he has $3 million since the sale of the home and business. Hi, Shahid. If it's cash only, Mod Squad, I think he would have to pay the full thing. But I don't know. Or maybe he would just have to pay 10% but couldn't put up property. With the bail bondsman. Okay. Lauren Scharf. Barry Morphew is a significant danger to flee, according to Deputy DA. He must surrender all guns. They also want law enforcement to be able to monitor his whereabouts. Judge asked if he had a criminal history in Indiana involving assault case. Usually cash only means all. Full amount on cash bond, I think. That's what I was thinking, but I don't know. Okay. Wait, yeah, I already read that. It just was 48 seconds ago, so I thought I hadn't. That's what I love about these chats, too. There's so many of you guys who are so smart and, like, coming together and putting all of our information together is valuable, and it's interesting. He's way too big of a flight risk. They shouldn't take the chance even with all cash. I'm so pleased he's going to trial. Me too, Tracy. I know my state is 10%. Like here, it's 10% too, but I don't know, and it's cash only. I don't know if that counts. I don't think a bondsman will touch him, but who knows? Cash only is just that, cash only. Crazy. Prosecution asked for protection orders for Suzanne's family. Cash only is the entire amount. Thank you, Larry, for looking that up for us. Kind of just sitting still here for a second, you guys. So they're going to let him out. Yes, Mary, they gave him or they're giving him a bond. We don't know yet what it's going to be or anything like that. Okay, Ashley Franco says Iris Ayton at podium now. So that's, it's a female working for Barry, and she's the one who did a lot of the stuff during the hearing. So she says he has no prior criminal history and is a hardworking man. Iris says Barry Morphew's family supports and loves him very much. About 10 in the courtroom, many more at the overflow area, flew out from Indiana. That's crazy. A lot of people came from Indiana. Okay, Lauren Scharf. Iris Ayton says the assault case was a disorderly conduct case and was dismissed. Barry Morphew has no criminal history. He is 54 years old. He is a hardworking man. He has family that supports him. His 2 daughters love him dearly. They want to hug him. Yeah. I bet Suzanne would like to hug her daughters too. But anyways, then she says, there are 10 people representing his family in the courtroom right now that have flown here. He intends to live near his 2 daughters who are here in Colorado. But you can use a credit card or loan. Huh. Okay, let's check the other people's. And Carol McKinley, 6 minutes ago, says the prosecutors are asking for a $10 million bond, saying that key witnesses like Suzanne's lover and her best friend from college are afraid for their safety. So they'll probably be taking the stand in trial. Completely agree with you, Larry. And a lot of properties, not sure if he's liquefied his assets, though. He has some of them, Nicole, because they just said that they believed him to have $3 million after selling certain property. We have 111, 111. Okay. Nothing from her. Iris says Barry Morphew's family supports and loves him. He will be in court no matter what, according to the defense. Iris says Barry pleaded to people asking to help him find his wife. Be careful over there by my car. Okay. Iris says, yeah, we read that one, that he gets to use her money for this. Makes me sick. Me too, Larry. It's crazy. It's crazy though, because I don't think, in my opinion, that money was his motivation to do this. A lot of people do it for money, and Suzanne had her own money, but I believe he was jealous and didn't want to see her with anybody else. And once she said she was done, he couldn't take it. Mary, thank you for watching. And I keep telling them to stop screaming, but they don't listen. So they're playing outside. They're going to be loud. But she was going to take her money, though. This was all about control and jealousy. Okay. Iris says, this is Ashley Franco 53 seconds ago. Iris says $10 million bond is no bond. She says the court needs to set a bond that will assure he will come to court. She says she wants a $50,000 cash bond. Can you bottle the kiddo's energy and send it my way? I wish. That'd be great. Her estate lawyer should freeze all assets. Thought he had money she had willing to take with her. He needs to make a plea if he wants to have any money left. Well, I know that he sold some property. He sold their house and other property. So, okay, 52 seconds ago, Lauren Scharf. Barry Morphew said he is okay with any protection order the court puts on him, according to Ayton. He doesn't have $3 million. A $10 million bond is a no bond. $50,000 to $200,000 typically in a Class 1 felony case. The defense is asking for a $50,000 bond. I've seen people that stole groceries get higher. Six seconds ago, Ashley Franco. Iris asked the court to take Barry Morphew's passport. They will hand that over. She says they have no problem about protection orders, but the court needs to make a reasonable bond. N and J, so I have a 4-year-old and a 12-year-old, but who you hear is my 4-year-old and my 5-year-old niece, who's here a lot, but she's here less now that she's got school. He's gonna flee, right? That ain't nothing. No way. I like the 10 million. Tell the judge to pretend. That's the truth, Larry. There's so many people who never get bond. We heard Truth Seeker in here a little bit ago saying that about her son. Okay, this is Lauren Sharf 35 seconds ago. Ayton said Barry Morphew has been made a public spectacle, wrongly defamed. He has sustained great financial loss. It will be hard for him to make money at this time. Take away his passport. Let him have a constitutional bond that will let him go home to his daughters. Wow. Oh. I mean, will the judge make a decision, or is he going to be like, well, let's take a break and then I'll make a decision in, 3 hours? His daughters don't even live there anymore. Yeah, they said that he will live near his daughters. So, hey, Michelle. Okay. Lauren Sharf 1 minute ago says Ayton asked if Barry Morphew could live in Gunnison. The judge said he must live in Chaffee County. He has only been charged. He needs to be treated innocent. Agree, N and J. 3 weeks later. Vicky, there's not really much happening. I know that they're going to trial. I'm not sure what the charges will be, and they have given him a bond, but we're waiting on the details now. Okay, the judge says, this is Ashley Franco 1 minute ago. Judge says part of his order is that Barry Morphew resides in Chaffee County. Defense says his plan was to reside in Gunnison. Iris says she will give court the address in Gunnison where he will live near his daughters. She says he will follow all orders and not leave. Watch out, chipmunks. Just got home from Lamaze class. My mother was my coach because hubby's at work. Oh, congratulations, Michelle. I hope the deer gang up on him, tranquilize his ass, and cut his arms off. Okay. His lady lawyers will get most of his money. I'm trying to stay awake, just a little tired. Well, I'm sorry for the silence. We're just waiting. It's like, I think everybody in here is on edge. And has been for the last, little bit. His lady lawyers have their work cut out for him. Yeah, they do. They definitely do. But they seem to be really good, high-paid lawyers. Carol McKinley. As Barry Morphew leans back in his chair, jack it off now. His attorneys say he wants to move to Gunnison because he is a public spectacle in Chaffee County. $10 million is not reasonable. He's been caged and wrongly defamed. That's a quote from them. He's been caged and wrongly defamed. Poor Barry. Judge says 50,000 cash is too low. 10 million is too high. Wants to meet in the middle. 51 seconds ago. Oh, Lulu Bell. Did they? Breaking. The judge said 10 million is too low, but 50,000 is too high, but 50 is too low. We need to meet somewhere in the middle. He wants it low enough that he can post bond. 500,000 cash only. There we go. And he can get that. He is a testicle all over the world. That's a good one because it sounds just like it. Daggone. I know. Yeah, he will get out. But that's going to take a big chunk of his money. So. Okay, 3 seconds ago, there will be a protection order for several people, including Sheila, Suzanne Morphew's best friend, and several members of Suzanne's family, the Morphew neighbors, and others. Now we're just waiting on this affidavit. We know that he's going to trial. We know that he's getting out on a $500,000 bond. $500,000 is a lot of money still. You aren't going to risk that if you plan on getting it back. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And if he was going to run, that takes a big chunk of his change, you know. I don't know. Chipmunks need a protection order too. He will go broke if this drags out. I'm going to have a heart attack. I'm sorry, you guys. Breaking 500,000. Judge, I want you to be listening to me. No written contact, no electric contact, email or text. You can't ask someone to contact them. You could be charged with a class 1 misdemeanor. Jeff Libler family as well. No contact with the Mormon family. Brad Oswald, Holly Wilson, Sheila Oliver, Cassidy Cordova, Morgan Gentile, Jean and Martine Ritter. And then judge says, I want you to be listening to me. That was quoted. Okay. I'm so upset because I left all my stuff at my mom's house to film, like my lights and tripod and stuff. Do you think he would leave his daughters? I do. To be free? Yeah, because if he's the one who did it, which I'm in the camp that I do believe he did. I just don't. I think he was really smart about it. I don't think he cares about anything but himself first, and then he cares about them. He's like, and that's just my opinion. Okay. Barry Morphew must hand over his passport. He will not be allowed to set bond until his passport is handed over. Judge rules he must reside in Chaffee County. "51 seconds ago, Lauren Sharf says Barry it is this court that has to monitor him. Mallory Morphew just left the courtroom with a private investigator. I want you here in Chaffee County so that I know you are close by. Thank you, Mary. That's really sweet. I appreciate that. I bet Jeff is a tad nervous. I wonder if he's like watching or listening. I think if we don't hear something about okay, wait. Lauren Sharf, 25 seconds ago. You must appear in person to every hearing. You must wear an ankle monitor, Judge Patrick said. The bond can't be posted until noon on Monday because there is no private probation here today. Excuse me, you guys. Surely they're going to release that affidavit, right? You would think so, but I mean, I don't know. Ashley Franco says Barry Morphew will also have to wear an ankle monitor that will tell him when and if he leaves Chaffee County. Bond cannot be set until Monday at noon. Linda Stanley isn't playing games. Will Doulos and play the victim that he wanted to save money for the girls and he did it to protect them. Well, you guys, I guess if this affidavit comes out, I will do a video going through it. But other than that, we'll probably have to wait a while for anything else. Trying to check if we've missed anything before I go. I've got to get something going for dinner and all of that good stuff. Let's see. Up next, Ashley Franco. Up next, we'll discuss if the arrest affidavit will be unsealed. Oh, my Lord. The hunter has become the hunted. The tracker is being tracked 24/7. Thank you, Mary. You guys are awesome. Oh, my goodness. We've been waiting on this affidavit for a while now. But honestly, think about how quick his court process has been compared to some of the others, like Heidi Broussard or, even Gannon or Chad and Lori. They've actually moved pretty quickly. With high-paid attorneys and them wanting to get out of there, they were pressing for the next court dates to be close. But okay. The judge also rules that he can't post until Monday. They're now talking about whether to unseal the affidavit. Mm-hmm. At least he's in for the weekend. Yeah. Let's see if Carol McKinley's posted anything. Mary, yeah, we do have a right to see it, but like they were saying that it would, harm the daughters and things like that. His defense had all these reasons for it. But in the end, when a case is closed, you have a right to any of it. It's just during an active case, they, sometimes they do things a little differently. I'll be surprised if it's unsealed. Really? Go have a beer. I don't drink much, but I have these pineapple Mike's Hard Lemonades in my fridge. I might drink one of those. I've been thinking about it for a few days. Okay, 27 seconds. Defense attorneys argued that it should not be released. They say the public has significant information in this case, and Drew says she has never seen anything like this specific affidavit in 25 years. She said it reads like a tabloid. Oh my gosh. Wow, dramatic much? Now to the affidavit, Lauren Sharf. Drew Nielsen says that it reads like a tabloid. They wrote this affidavit to try this case in the media and try and taint a jury pool. They don't want it to be released. We don't know yet, Wolfie. We're just sitting here waiting to find out. Crazy. Wait, didn't they say they did, wasn't there no argument about it being unsealed when they were in court a few weeks ago? Lauren Sharf, 13 seconds ago, it will decimate a chance for Barry Morphew for a fair trial, Attorney Nielsen said. Wow, unbelievable. Unbelievable. I believe so, but he can keep it sealed. I can't imagine he can get away with that for too long. I hate that lady. Okay. Nothing yet, you guys. Hopefully the judge makes a decision on that right now, and we know one way or another. I agree, Woofy. And I don't believe it was written to taint the jury pool. Get real. That is reaching a bit far. They can't help it what happened and what they found. They have to, you know what I mean? Whatever, they have to put whatever in their reports that's happened and what they've been told and stuff. I just don't think that just makes no sense, because if everybody wants it to be a fair trial so that the people that get locked up stay locked up. Yes, it is $500,000 bond. Yes, Roxanne. Tracy, I remember my grandma watching the OJ trial like every single day, and I'll never forget. She was so upset at the end of it. I was like 6. Ashley Franco, 1 minute ago. Drew says releasing the affidavit will taint the jury as well as some witnesses in the case. Drew says they still have a lot to do, and if the affidavit is released, it could hurt their ability to do their job. Barry ain't getting out. I don't know. I bet you he has 500,000 cash. And this would be something to waste your money on. You know what I mean? Like to spend your money if you were trying to save it. This would be something that you would spend it on. Does the prosecution want it unsealed or just the defense? We haven't heard from the prosecution yet. So yeah. Not that I know of. There's nothing in the tweets. Under a tree. Yeah, he had that tree. I wouldn't be surprised. Suzanne said loud enough for the spy pen to hear that he was coming to kill her. I've wondered that, like, because it was in their closet. They found the spy pen in their closet. What else maybe it caught? But I would think if they had some kind of evidence like that, wouldn't you think that they would have put it out now? Something that showed with that much certainty, you know what I mean? Like, say that it would have caught, if it caught the crime, certainly you'd think they would put that out and wouldn't wait. And I know they hold back some of their stuff, but geez Louise, just tell us. Judge, on June 4th, I limited access to the affidavit. None of those reasons remain. It is a highly detailed description of law enforcement's effort. The court was concerned it would harm Barry Morphew's right to a fair trial. That's from Stephanie Butzer. Tracy, that would be super interesting. Team Houston. Yeah, definitely. I'm following it and I'm trying to update some. Okay, Lauren Scharf, 46 seconds ago. It is a highly detailed effort of law enforcement, but there is information that would not be admissible in trial. The defense has had the opportunity to interview the witnesses before their names were released. He finds no valid reason to suppress the affidavit. Now, don't get excited because this is Twitter and it seems like they may release it, but I'm waiting to see. Breaking. The arrest affidavit for Barry Morphew will be released. Judge says affidavit is prosecution's version of what happened with no challenge from the defense, and the public is aware of most of the details in this case. So there we go. It looks like we're getting that affidavit. 18 seconds. The court has redacted information from the arrest affidavit. I am not going to redact the affidavit further, Judge Murphy said. The meat of this case has been disclosed. The arrest affidavit will be released online under cases of interest. I've got to find that. If you guys find it, send it to me on Facebook if you don't care. I mean, I've been on the Colorado Courts website, but I'm just nervous I won't be able to find it. Me and Sandra think the exact same thing. Okay, when you going live with that? I don't know. I need I need to have time to look over it and then grab screenshots or videos of parts of it. And then, so it'll be a couple days, but just keep your eyes out. I'll definitely post it prior to, so people have a little warning. Marianne, it will be on the Colorado court's website. So they have the like certain cases that are happening, and you can click on them and see each and every motion, and it should be there. I'm so excited. Thank you, Turquoise. Okay, let's see. The defense has made another affidavit with their own redactions. The judge said, "We will make note of this, but this will not be released. The affidavit for Barry Morphew will be posted by noon on Monday." The defense had made their own version of it. Are you serious? Wow, nice try. So there we go, you guys. Oh, thank you, Mary. Thank you, Marianne, too. You guys are awesome. And I appreciate you guys so much. I really do. Thank you for hanging out with me today. That sounds fun, Sandra. McDonald's and an all-nighter, which means kids are sleeping. Like, when it's nighttime, I will force myself to stay awake just to get some alone time. Which it doesn't last very long, but I try. All right, you guys. So I guess that's it. $500,000 bond. He cannot get out until Monday, and the affidavit will be released. The judge said under cases of interest, so I'm guessing on that Colorado court's website, by noon on Monday. So maybe I can go live by like Wednesday, but we will see. Just keep your eyes out for that, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you for hanging out with me. I love you guys. I appreciate you, and I hope you have the best weekend ever. All right. Talk to you later. Bye, guys. Nice to meet you. Meet. I like your name. Bye.